Hi, welcome to Pages into the Past. So today we're working on an outfit for my daughter. She came out last weekend and we had tried on a couple of outfits because she decided she wants to go to an SCA event with us that's in about 3 weeks. So I got her fit for 2 outfits, but we're going for 3 days. So I thought, well, I'll throw something together for her, and I decided on a Turkish Ottoman coat. The only problem I have is that she did not have, I didn't think of this before she left, so I didn't have all of her measurements. Now, this dress form has most of her measurements. The bust is just about perfect. The shoulders are good. The only thing is my daughter has a booty and this one doesn't. So what I've done, like in my other videos, I've got a fitted shirt that holds it in. I added padding. Even though you can see this line here, she's a little bit more smooth here, and she does have a little bit more here. So I feel like that's going to compensate with the style of the outfit. I'll post a picture of the outfit for you, what I'm basing it off of. It's Daisy Victoria is the designer. She has a lot of tutorials on YouTube, just not one for this outfit, so I'm kind of winging it myself. I feel confident doing that because I've done a lot of draping. So everything is padded out, and we'll be using this form for now to drape everything off of and pin everything into and see how it goes. Now we're going to start the draping process, and in order to do that, what I've done is I have taken apart the duvet, separated the panels, and I'm going to find the color that I like on the striped duvet. I'm more prone to go with the greens. So probably center it that way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin the shoulders and pin the sides, and then we will cut our slits on it in order to fit the bum and create a tight fit. So I'm going to pull this tight. After I get it all pinned, I will create my pattern drape, my cutting lines. All right. So the first thing that I do is I pin my shoulder line, making sure that I have this far enough forward in order to get myself a shoulder seam. And then I'm going to pull it tight across the shoulders, kind of pinning a pattern as I go, because your basic back doesn't change no matter what time period you're in. You're always going to have your neck, you're always going to have your shoulder, and you're always going to have a side. Now, whether or not you want a side opening, a back opening, the shapes are all there. It's just where you cut it. All right, so I'm going to finish pinning that, and then I'll cut it, and then I will get back to you. And here's the back that we've already cut out. You can see here where I've started the armhole. This is going to be too small at this point in time, but it gives me a base to start. I've pinned the waist. I've taken the slit just to the small of the back, just above the bum, so that we get some looser flowing bits. So then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on the front. We're going to drape the front just like we draped the back, and then we'll cut out our pattern. This is what our fabric looks like on the right side out. So I'll show you that here in just a minute. So I've got it all cut out just the right side. I'm going to mirror image this on the other side. And then I've left a little bit of seaming here, a little bit of gap up front. Because I want this open from the waist down to give some movement and flow. Now this particular one is about mid-bust to give some support. We could take it down below the bust for no support, but I figured mid-bust right now is a good area to start. I don't know if I'm going to get my kit out here before we're done, but it will be what it will be, because she waits till the last minute to decide that she wants to do something with us. So yeah, I'm going to mirror image this for this side, and then I'm going to cut out a lining of the other half of the duvet. And then I've got leftovers and a pillow sham. I'm going to make some half sleeves, and then we'll make the undershirt. We already got the belly dance pants done. I got those done before I figured I should film this, but I figured you wanted to see draping more than you wanted to see sewing. So biggest thing about draping is padding out your form if you don't have the body. If you have the body, you're just going to, especially for something this fitted, you're just going to keep pulling until it's nice and tight. You know, if you don't like the angles, pull it up a little bit. If it seems like not enough support, you can always pull up. Leave yourself, you know, the room to pull up for a better fit, better support. Now this particular form I padded out already based on the measurements she sent me. I don't know how accurate they are. So what I will end up doing is I think I'm going to do a lacing cord across the front in case this is too tight. And I'll see if I have any of her old costumes here to see if I can find a better shoulder, how much circumference we need for her shoulder. So yeah, I'll be coming back to that in a little while. One thing I forgot to mention is by using the duvet cover, I do have a limited amount of fabric. And not knowing how much I need at any given time, I took what was left over from the outer shell to make my front pieces. And so what I did, this back seam, I cut that, and then I put a seam in it where there's no seam in the outer shell in order to use up the leftover pieces. The front pieces I had to cut out of the second half of my duvet cover, and I have enough left over now to make sleeves. So don't be afraid to add a hidden seam where it's not ever going to be seen, because this will be on the inside, even though I don't have it on the outside. What I did is when I traced it out, I left myself a seam allowance in order to make sure that the shell and the lining were the same size. Here is the outer side, the outer shell. I went ahead and cut out the lining as well and sewed the lining. The seams, what I did is I sewed the side seams back down to the split at the waist on both the lining and the shell. all sewn to the same spot. What I'll do now is I'm going to put right sides together, and I'm pretty much just going to stitch all the way around till I get done. I'll pull it through one of the armholes, and then I'll work on making some sleeves. Pretty simple. This is where my brain tells me to go, so we're gonna press our seams open and then get stitching and make sure everything lines up. The part that I haven't touched is the length. I'll work on that at the same time that I'm stitching up all of the panels. And then we will turn it right side out and work on the facings. Not the facings, we'll work on the closure, the front closure. I'm thinking about doing a laced closure since I don't have her here. And then I also have to make some sleeves, and I'm going to hope that I make the sleeves at a good angle for her. I'll see what I have as far as other costumes her size and see what their armholes look like. So here's hoping. And here we have the coat. It is not at 100%. I don't have the sleeves on yet, but I did get it all sewed and turned, and then I top stitched all of it. And I think this may end up having to come up a little bit, but until I see her, I'm not quite sure how much, where everything's going to fit. But I'll get these sleeves added, and then I will work on the under part, the under dress. It's like almost like a sheer cotton. And so this is what I got done today. I did part of it yesterday with the design concept. Today I got it all drafted out, pinned, drafted, and the 4 panels sewn together and the lining. So I'm going to go have dinner now. You guys have a good one. I'll update you on the sleeves. And this is done. Or as done as it's going to get until I actually get her physical body. I just did a simple t-shirt tunic. I ended up adding gussets because it seemed a little narrow under the arms. I did not videotape that because I was in the middle of some online learning stuff and I was zipping along. But this is our finished outfit. Sorry about the mess behind. You can see I've been digging through things. But this, I hope, will fit my girl. I did not finish the seam lining on the inside of the sleeves in case I do have to adjust them. I figure that it's a 3-day event and this might be outfit for day 2 or day 3, not day 1. So I'm going to be able to do all the adjustments, I hope, in the field. And then she can wear it and enjoy herself. So thanks for watching. Have a great one.